spots over in the France premiere. And before we get to any of Mr. Knuckle Do, we have to talk about Mr. Crimson.
Mr. Crimson and
Dookie.
the Mr. Dookie, who is the smelly JP / Luke that he is.
May also have a Rashid. We saw him also get the Rashid up to legend rank. I've seen him also enter with the tournament with that character. But Mr. Crimson still on the sim. And when I talked to him recently, he was like, dog, I am in a bad bracket in terms of matchups, but that's never halted him.
Sure.
That's never been a problem for him. He's still been able to clinch out victories, even when the matchup is not so good for him overall.
Yeah, I feel like when you see Dhalsim, it's like, oh, you know, like I don't see a whole lot of people playing, you know, JP or Ken or a bunch of, you know, very popular voted characters, right?
So like, where are you getting your practice from?
Yeah, so it's like, how do Dhalsim play? Well, like obviously he is a very zoning character, right? Like he's throwing out his limbs and whatnot, but again, you still don't know that matchup where it's just like, okay, I think I'm just gonna try to play my space out, but that's where Dhalsim capitalizes on, right? Like he explodes in your personal bubble. So it's actually really smart playing Rashid against Dhalsim is that you're able to kind of like get through the loopholes that Dhalsim is throwing at you. Like right there, Dookie is able to find that explosive entrance.
I think that's why he's going for this matchup. I think that JP and Sim are probably about even as it's been developed throughout the seasons. But with this character, Rashid, he has many ways to get in. He can harass you with level 2. That just tracks you. You see the aerial movement too as well, being checked with
and that low forward
like
too, like that empty jump low forward.
So good.
And with that parry, yeah, and in the corner, it's gonna be really scary against Rashid because he has so many mix-ups that you have to guess.
The charge up. Knocking on the door, finds a stand medium kick again. One more hit, and that's going to be the win. The drive impact caught the dive kick, and that's it. Dookie with the first victory.
Yeah, he dropped that load off super quick here. So here we go. Mr. Crimson is able to kind of just like wait things out, try to parry most of the tornadoes coming in his way. Dookie able to get that whip grab, but Mr. Crimson going into that super, getting that big damage going out.
That's what he needs. You know, when it comes to supers, or it comes to damage, he needs it for the supers. He needs that for his damage output up in this game. Not comparable to 5. The fireball locking down with the crouch fears. Careful, might be an anti-air or an anti-air, actually.
Answer. Yeah, especially that you don't want to get out of the corner, but it does not matter. Rashid wants to get out of the corner, get into the other side. What is that overhead? But the tech grab comes through.
Dookie in a bad sort of way, in that burnout sort of state. Meaty, crouching, meaty punches, goes for the throw right after, nothing big.
Yeah, but remember, Dookie is back into a healthy state. He's able to close that out, now going round to round to each other.
But look at the bottom of the screen, as you pointed out previously, Dookie hasn't unleashed Yasar. His win condition, stand fierce, finds a punch, finds a follow-up. Oh yeah, mix-up, off the Arabian cyclone, up in the corner. Knocked on the door,
drive reversal, especially getting on the corner, but that actually gives an opportunity for Dookie to throw out that super 2. Oh my gosh, what is the mix here? But look at that damage too.
Try to follow up before medium punch, yes, medium mixer. Medium punch, attack, still does not connect, but Mr. Crimson has to use his bar at the bottom.
Stopping your tracks, right?
And he doesn't have a lot of health to play with right now. Back throw, this will help out. Positional advantage.
Yep, there we go, the drill kick, and going in for the grab, you know, it was just short enough where you're able to kind of mix things around. There we go with another grab. We are playing mind games out here. Mr. Mr. Crimson was able to get hit by that though.
Wake up, super!
That is going to be a lot of damage because he, Mr. Crimson is in the yellow, so that is that critical art moment here. That's going to be matching up to both neutral health.
Mr. Crimson with a little bit more, just a smidge, but he doesn't have that bar at the top. The anti-air's right there,
but that chip, yes!
He's going to get hit, though,
but that's going to hit by the fireball. Unfortunate, but Mr. Crimson going 1-0.
Look at the sequencing, the saucing. Using OD Fireball, like if you wake up with that super, you're getting hit. It's not projectile invuln. Mr. Crimson with the first victory. He told me, man.
I kind of like that drive rush to kind of like get him out of the air, but it doesn't work out super well. I like the idea though, right? But here we go, Mr. Crimson was able to kind of get more of a BMB, but here we go. OD Tornado, get off of me.
For the throw, does get the punish card, force knockdown, drive rushes in for the overhead, blessing the dome, christening the cranium, and now it's going to get that knocked out for the corner. Not where you want to be. Hella meaty, no vegan. Look at this, getting hit with the Arabian cycle, not blocking.
Yo!
He got hit with it wrong.
It kind of like cuts to like, oh, you have no health anymore with that tornado answer.
Yeah.
Like, huh?
Where'd it go?
Am I looking at this correctly?
I'm looking at my pockets. Where'd it go? I don't see it.
I don't have any lunch money for you. I'm sorry, bruh.
Drive rush up. A little bait right there. Yoga flame, the knockdown. Overhead.
Oh, yes, overhead. Yeah, that's going to be a really good damage. And onto the other side, that's actually really smart because you are close to the corner. But I love the drive reversal on that situation there. It does not matter to Dookie, though. He's able to find ways going for the shorts. That's got to hurt.
Mixer. Mix up off the low.
That whip. That was actually really sick because I saw that Mr. Crimson was kind of like standing block, but it did not matter. Going in for the short, Dookie is trying to close it out. Lindsay's mix-up.
Yes, sir.
Level 3. Dookie taking it to 1-0 against Mr. Crimson, and it is tied up to 1-1.
Y'all are lucky to see that super. Rarely do you ever see level 3 to get that victory. It's usually about that level 2 to, you know, stick that out and put the oppression on them. But this level 3 dumped out. This is usually the damage at the very end to get the win. We're all squared away. It's really about who gets to play first, it feels like. Whoever gets the momentum.
Sure.
Even more so for Sim because he can't really get it back in his hands. He's not that type of character.
Sure, I definitely get what you mean. Yeah, it's just really hard because, you know, Sim, he is the king of zoning. He's the king of keeping you out. But Rashid, he's like, what is that? What are you talking about?
I don't care about no zoning, bro. I got the slide applied if I need to.
What's footsies?
What's footsies? I got this charged up fireball. I got the enhanced mixers if need be.
Yeah.
And those sharp angle jumpers that we see continuously.
Yeah, Mr. Crimson is throwing out those limbs as needed. And of course, just smell my feet if you needed to. Here we go with the drill and to the grab. We've seen that multiple instances so many times.
Whoa.
Yeah, that flow is so scary because we did see Dookie try to attempt, you know, just kind of like drive rush, going for the jump in and trying to get him out of the skies, but it does not matter. Dookie does have less health, but it doesn't matter. He's going for the mix-up.
How many times is this man going to get blessed? How many religions is this man going to pray to?
Oh, man, I'm praying. It's not even Sunday. It's not even Sunday.
Ain't even Sunday, but you better believe.
Oh, my gosh. I got to attend the mass after this, after what happens, bro.
This is dirty right here. This you saw right here? Sends it out.
Oh, there we go. That is a punish. That's a punish. Dookie sitting on match points.
Oh, man. See, that level 2 so dirty.
Oh,
the
dirty.
God using that
a
one.
Dirty Dookie indeed.
Perfect parry punish. Gonna go for the pressure right after with a throw after the side supply. Yeah. Hit him with a. That gets you have the full ODDP.
Here we go.
Though.
Yes.
Yeah, so you saw that drive rush slide. Changing up that defensive rotation with side of Dookie.
Oh, here we go, Mr. Crimson finding a way in and just dashing in, but trying to get the mix up here. But Dookie is not letting down. He really wants to close this out.
Overhead lands again. That's been such a critical thing here in the mix-ups in the corner. Can't block them all.
Oh, there we go. Tech throw. Yes. Now we're backing out, trying to get some leg room here. But here we go. Super 3 to catch that overhead, and that is going to put him at pixel health, I believe.
I do think that he's a little bit more life to give as you put it right there. One touch, one solid hit will be it. It's Sim. Can capitalize the ODDP.
But Dookie answers with the ODDP. And there we go. Dookie going to 1 against Mr. Crimson.
Ooh, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yo, I'm like, oh my goodness. My blood pressure, my hyperventilation. Oh my goodness.
But that's gonna send Mr. Crimson to the next dimension. Unfortunately, he goes down. Of course, one over Mr. Crimson. Let me look at your fantasy bracket. I guarantee you did not have it like this. But honestly, this Rashid pick that we prefaced before, we were talking about this previously. I was like, I don't know if he's actually going to whip this character out. Like, you can spend time with Rashid and put him to, like, Legend, or you're just going to use him in a tournament where $1 million is on the line.
Yeah, I mean, like, would you DP for $1 million? Dookie would.
Dookie said, I would.
Yeah, Dookie said, I would do that.
But, I mean, like, not having that fear or having the idea to blow up certain defensive tactics and things like that. They try to drive rush up, see the ODDP continuously. Having that rotation and being confident in those choices is what leads you to victory instead of just being like, well, I'm too pensive, and then you just get locked down and get burnt out.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, nowadays where you see a bunch of characters kind of just like using more like the standard B&Bs and just like not too much mix-up heavy, but we've seen Dookie just kind of like throwing it out there, but at a very healthy amount where he's able to do like, you know, tornado or like dash up and then doing the low forward, dash up, doing the overhead, doing so many kinds of mix-ups where it's just like, what are you going to do? What are you going to like try to mix me up with? That's why we call it a mix-up.
And honestly, Sim don't have the defense like that compared to other characters.
Exactly.
He doesn't have
only like drive reversal,
it's
right?
all innate. Right. Drive reversal, perfect parry, things like that. If you get like a back throw on a bad overhead and things like that, that could equate to, you know, your defense. But it's not like ODDP. It's not like, you know, wake up buttons with a lot of reward. Look at this, bait out the tendencies of Mr. Crimson continuously. It's part of the reason why I got that victory. Perfect parry. There were some good moments for Mr. Crimson. I like the OD fireball that he did against like the level 1. That was really good. He had the matchup knowledge.
He did do like a lot of drills and he, you know, into grab and whatnot. Yeah. He did those things so well, but Dookie was able to just be like, oh, okay, I'm not going to like, you know, tech throw, or I'm just going to like back out, do some other things, and it actually worked out super well against him. And especially in this situation right here too, really close to Crimson getting that dub, but Mr. Crimson getting hit by the overhead,